Welcome everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys your weekly soul connection reading. And so today's theme, or this week's theme, is going to be unfinished business between you and your person. So this entire reading is really going to be based on just that. We're not going to look into their energy versus yours. It's all going to be the connected unfinished business. And I feel like moving forward every week, I'm going to go ahead and add a theme just to kind of keep things fresh. And obviously, as you guys can see, it's very fresh. My setup, I'm not even tapping into Halloween vibes today. I just felt like breaking up that energy. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you enjoy this kind of ocean vibe. I am using 6 decks that are all kind of ocean theme, and they will be listed down below. Today's Orgonite is called the Moonstone Orgonite Nude, created by my friend Michelle from Wing and Bell. So anyways, you guys, I do tend to channel for those that are experiencing challenges or separations with their person, but just, of course, at the end of the day, take what resonates for you and get rid of anything that doesn't. So let's just jump right in and get started. Let's go ahead and get the theme here of the unfinished business between you and this person. This is my Depths of the Sea Oracle here. And you guys have to excuse my nails currently. I'm trying to let them breathe with no polish because they're just getting destroyed. Okay. What is the energy here of the unfinished business between you and this person? Ooh, we have seaweed conditions. So this card usually indicates that there is an underlying condition. Now, this could be anything. The condition could be somebody's mental state, all right, a mental condition. Somebody might have exterior conditions, such as there could be third party. There could be all kinds of things happening in someone's world with their physical health, a physical condition. There could also be financial conditions going on. The condition could be that you and this person don't live, in close proximity to one another. There could just be some underlying condition that creates some sort of challenge in this connection, all right? But also conditional love, I'm getting that as well. Sometimes we have certain conditions, and let's face it, as human beings, we naturally place conditions on people. It's very rare that you're just going to automatically connect with somebody and not have conditions. You're not a bad person because you start developing conditions, right? But of course, the ultimate goal is to try to allow people to be who they are and to just, live their own lives without trying to need them or wanting to place some sort of control over them. And I think a great exercise is to have children, because when you have children, such as myself, you start to realize, wow, you really learn about unconditional love. Okay, I'm just laughing because I've had to learn some things the hard way being a mom. Man, tough stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get into a second card here. We have Intoxication, and I just feel that that conditional vibe here. And you guys may unconditionally love that person, so you don't have to take this portion of the reading. But when we drink, something, it's very, very tasty. We love the taste of something. We love the smell of something. We love how we feel in someone's presence. Again, we naturally, as human beings, want to feel more of that. So it creates this conditional energy within us where, we want something. We want something in a particular condition because it makes us feel good. So that may have happened naturally with this person. And so we might have to do or kind of undo some of that thing, some of that can happen that creates a lot of damage in relationships. When you start placing conditions on people, I'm only going to be with you if you do this, or I'm not going to speak to you unless you act like that. Of course, there are people that are abusive. There are people that are toxic. And the thing is, you sometimes do have to place conditions with people. You can't be like unconditional love and light with total narcissistic assholes. You just can't do it, okay? There are some people out there that you're going to have to put a very huge, healthy boundary up with and conditions up with, so that way they cannot intervene with your energy field, because if you allow them to, it creates toxicity for you. So I'm not really talking about those types of people unless you've experienced that with this person, okay? You may have had to put up a condition because maybe it was too toxic. We do have that word here, toxic, toxic. It's in there. So with a toxic person, these toxic conditions, You had to, like an alcoholic, you had to stop drinking. You know what I mean? You had to stop injecting this poison into your life because every time you take a drink, it gets out of control. Now, you could be dealing with somebody who has an addiction as well. That's a condition that can be a problem here in this connection, as there is an addiction, but also codependency. So if you're dealing with somebody who's got a lot of codependent energies and traits, they may have toxic family members. They may have people around them that are creating all kinds of havoc for them, so it doesn't make them a healthy version for your connection. So I don't know. That was kind of a rabbit hole of all that energy that's just coming out right now. That could be for you. It could be for them. It could be for a little bit of both of you guys. Remember, it's a connective energy. Ooh, we have getaway. Ooh. I'm just getting this like a very romantic, just, you get together with this person and it's just perfect. It feels so right. It feels so right. It just feels so good. You taste this drink. You are intoxicated. You are in love. You are just done for, it feels like, in a way, And before you know it, it's like you've let your heart get away from you. You've lost yourself. You've immersed yourself in this person. So I feel like that created a condition for some of you guys to where it probably wasn't the healthiest for you. It wasn't the healthiest behavior to be in. Oh, yeah, look at that. Moon. It's just moon energy. I don't know why I was feeling like this moonstone vibe for this reading, but it's the moon, fated pathway. Like we just literally, it's like the gateway. It's, even though that's not the word, getaway, I'm getting gateway. We feel this opening. We feel this intense energy with this person. This path opens up and we know that it's fate. We know it's destiny. We feel like we belong with this person. There's something very magical that has transpired between you and this individual. And we have sugar. Oh, sugar-coated. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. It's almost like a cocktail with a sugar rim. I don't know why I'm just getting that. I mean, some of you guys may have gone on vacation with this person, or you met this person when you were on a trip, and then that's when it's just like, wow, pal, it took you in, it took you under a spell. There's a song, I think it's from Flurry, Under Your Spell. I'll try to remember. I know I'm terrible, you guys. I say stuff all the time, and then I never follow up with it, so I apologize. It's part of my ADHD. But anyways, yeah, that's what I have here so far. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of break it up. So that's just like this vibe that's coming up between you and this person. Why don't we take a look now and see what are the unfinished business vibes connected to it now. This right here is called the Good Tarot. Oh, okay, interesting. I do feel like some of the conditions, you guys, are people are at a distance with the Six of Air. People have had to leave someone because of the condition that they were in, or that the condition that the other person was in. There were some conditions that basically caused people to need to distance themselves, or it could just be the condition of distance. It makes it very challenging. It makes it very difficult to be able to reconnect when someone is at a distance, okay? Maybe somebody moved away for a job or something, and you've noticed, obviously, since people have moved away, now there's this distance between the two of you. That could be it as well. But unfinished, this just tells me here that people moved away, or people have distanced themselves, whether it's just energetically, from each other. And so this has made this unfinished business here where we feel like something isn't finished. We feel like something is just, we'd like to revisit this. We'd like to come back to it. We'd like to transition to a calmer vibe with this individual. So I feel like things could be kind of stormy or rocky with this person, or it could have been before. And you feel with this unfinished business that you guys really never had an opportunity to get on dry land to maybe talk about things, or to try maybe to be in a connection with the calmer energy. Maybe this is a really stormy type of a connection here. So there's that. Now we have cocktail, intoxication. We have the Six of Earth. So to me, this is both of you guys. I just want you guys to know. And we have 2 6s coming up here. So, oh, come on, yeah, computer. Sorry, this computer's doing a pop-up thing. Here we go. Six of Pentacles here is equality. It's 2 people, two people feeling the same exact way. You guys were both equally intoxicated with each other. This was not just one-sided. So what I'm trying to say here, you guys, it's interesting, you know, and I've experienced this myself before, where you connect with someone, you have like this amazing chemistry, things are going really well, and then suddenly someone just decides, for whatever reason, okay, that they're just not feeling it anymore, or they got what they wanted, or they got issues, whatever the freaking reason is. But suddenly you came on too strong. You're the problem. You're the person that went too quick. Everything just went too fast. But wait a second, you were taking it there too, but somehow you did it. I'm just getting that for some of you guys, okay? I'm getting that some of you guys, this person actually turned things around and kind of made it to where maybe you came on too strong. And yes, of course, you know, maybe we did. But there was a reason for that, because there was something happening here. There was some sort of magic. The chemistry, it was off the freaking charts. They were saying all kinds of things too, leading you to believe that they felt the same exact freaking way. So that's what happens. You think you're on the same page with someone, so the conditions look good. Let's move forward. Let's do this. And then you got somebody that's like, yeah, I'm not really sure that that's what I want. I know I said I wanted that, or I know I kind of led you to believe I was into it. But yeah, it turns out I'm not ready for this, or it's not what I was looking for. So what this does, you guys, is it leaves you with this feeling of not only feeling freaking crazy, but trying to figure out where it all went wrong. So I feel like there has this unfinished business now. You're left with all of the memories. You're left with all of this energy that you and this person created together. But they've distanced themselves from you. It was whatever happened here. They've decided to move away from the connection. They've decided to, for some of you guys, leave you behind. Now, some of you guys may have needed to leave this person behind because it was just too much. You couldn't deal with what was going on here. But regardless, I do feel like someone tried to flip the script. And that wasn't right. It wasn't fair either. And so that's why I feel like some of you guys are probably struggling in this condition of, I don't understand what happened. I don't understand where it all went wrong, because everything was going so freaking right. But people do that, you guys. Sometimes people are just really fucked up, and they don't handle things correctly. I'm not giving this person a pass. I'm not saying it's okay. But when we take the time to look at things from a psychological perspective, it can help us to be a little bit more clear that maybe we're actually not dealing with someone who is completely 100% healthy or stable with who they are as a person. Maybe they don't know who they are. Maybe they're lost. They don't know what they want. So it's not you per se. You're not the problem and the issue. It's them. So that's the point. So if some of you guys are still just kind of feeling lost, you don't have the answers that you're looking for, this person certainly hasn't provided any clarity for you, what I'm getting here is something that you can do to kind of help yourself somewhat move forward or transition forward with your life, is to realize that some kind of condition here, there's an underlying condition at play here, and it's not really about you. So try not to make it about you. Try not to take on this person's actions or things that they said or didn't say. Really try not to personalize it, because I am getting here that really they were drinking the Kool-Aid too. You were not alone. But if this person is not comfortable admitting that, or they bit off more that they can chew and they didn't know how to handle this, so they just freaking ghosted you. I'm getting that for some of you guys. They just freaking ghosted you. They just disappeared from your life. That's a personal problem. That's not a you problem, you guys. That's this person's problem. So one thing I want you guys to take from this is that you certainly didn't deserve this. You didn't deserve this treatment. But what you're left with may be crumbs, but you can try to take some of this crap, these crap crumbs, this just unsatisfactory situation. You can try to see that there's something else going on here and try to see it from a different perspective. And I feel like that will help some of you guys be able to move forward, or at least transition a little bit out of some of this confusion and pain if you guys are struggling, okay? So now we have getaway. Getaway energy. What is this about? I like that. I do feel like you guys will be able to distance yourself and get away from feeling so connected to this person. Yes, I understand you guys feel very, very strong. I definitely get that. You feel strongly connected to this person. This vibration is very, very strong. But you are stronger than this, meaning you are stronger than this connection. This connection is not stronger than you. You are stronger than this connection. Please remember that. So I feel like if anything, you guys, regardless of what your story is, regardless of what's going on here, I feel like you guys can find the strength within you to distance yourself or kind of get away from this individual. Meaning you don't have to be in this state of pain over this individual. You don't have to be in a state where you're pining or you're waiting for them to come back. You're waiting for them to return so that way you can feel whole or restored again. You are whole on your own. You do not need this person to be complete. I know that some people feel like, yes, we would be better together. As a matter of fact, and I say this a lot because it's true. I have someone in my life that I feel like, gosh, it would be so great if this person could be in my life again. But the thing is, I'm not going to die without them. I'm still going to carry on. I'm still going to move forward with my life just like they are. But will we be better together? I think so. Maybe they don't, but I think so. But, again, sometimes we just have to pull ourselves up and say, if somebody doesn't want to come back, or if somebody still wants to be in that energy where they're, just moving away from us and they're not coming towards us, the best thing that you could possibly do, you guys, with people that are running away from you is to let them go. If they return, that's their own decision to do so, right? And you will be stronger. Why? Because you will have focused on yourself. You will have worked on yourself. You will be more in this independent vibe on your own. So when they do return, it'll be a choice. It won't be a have to. It will be, do I really still want to connect with this person? Do I still feel the same? Is the energy still there? For some of you guys, this energy might just die off. Some of the strength, this strong vibe you feel, because I've been in this collective now for a while to not only go through my own stuff, but I've dealt with a lot of people on a personal level by doing personal readings and listening to personal stories. And it is amazing, you guys. Sometimes people that are just so convinced, oh my God, this is my person, I'm never going to forget about them. They've moved on. They're living their lives. They're actually happy now because maybe some of them have let go. And now some of them have come together with this individual and they are stronger now because of what they've gone through. But again, you guys, not everybody is going to have the same exact, outcome here. Not everybody has the same plan here in life. So it's very important for us to always, kind of follow the beat of our own drum and just be independent on our journeys. So anyways, you guys, I'm not trying to promote this, let go of this person, blah, 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 this and that, because sometimes I do get accused of that, which, I'm not about union. But if you guys are struggling and hurting, no amount of union with a person that's running away from us is going to do us any good. What's going to do us good is if people choose us. And we're choosing them, and it's an equal exchange, which I feel you guys did have with this person at one time, but something has shifted. So you have to be prepared to let people go like a bird. If this bird comes back to you, then perhaps it's meant to be. But if they don't, you have to keep carrying on with your life. You have to keep waking up every day and taking care of yourself. You have to do that. You owe it to yourself, and you actually owe it to the people around you that love you and care about you and that are in your life, that are presently participating with you. There's been so many times that I've been so focused on my trauma and my pain, but the person that's actually in front of me is my husband, Mr. Moon, there. But yet I'm ignoring him because I'm just all drudged up in the past. I'm all drudged up in these traumas, you know? So sometimes we have to realize that, yeah, I mean, there's a time and a place for working your shit out and your suffering and your sadness, but man, it can take a toll on the people that are around you, such as even your children, your responsibilities, your job. So if everything else in your life is suffering because of this energy, because of this person, you are not at your strongest. You might need to perhaps just embrace this separation or embrace what's not working right now and really step into your own power and your own energy and see how that works for you. Okay? So what I'm getting here for this unfinished business is that people are going to actually be stronger and become stronger when it comes to this separation between you and this individual. So if you guys are meant to come back together, I feel that you guys will come back together. I definitely feel this. You just have to trust it. You have to trust the universe, that the universe is constantly going to guide you towards what is best for you, what is for your highest good. Okay? So now we have faded pathway. I love this. This is a pathway forward. Whatever is fated, whatever is meant to be will be. It's very simple. I mean, it's not, but it is. And then we have the Page of Fire, Page of Wands. This is about adventure. This is about learning. This is about discovery. This is a child, a student that is still discovering who they are. So I feel, you guys, what's unfinished right now for some of you guys, whether it's you or your person or a little bit of both, you guys are still learning and figuring out who you are as individuals. So this might be a time for learning. This might be a time for discovering who you are during this separation or this challenge. It might just be a part of, developing who you're truly meant to be in this life, becoming better versions of yourselves while you're just kind of both doing your own thing independently. All right. But again, what's meant to be will absolutely be. So any unfinished business will be finished, will eventually have an opportunity to come back around for us to finish this up, if it's meant to. Beautiful. And now we have sugar-coated. There ain't no other way to say it, right? Can't sugarcoat everything. I kind of like that. You can't sugarcoat everything. And I know that that's why some people love me, but also hate me. Because I get a lot more positive comments about how people like that I'm down to earth and that I just kind of tell it how it is. But then also there are people out there, rightly so, I get it. There's a lot of people in my life that have rubbed me the wrong way. I think they're total, assholes, and I don't want anything to do with them. So I understand that people will probably feel the same way about me with some of the things that I say. Sometimes we don't like that, it's not our style, or we're not ready to hear it. Either way, there's no other way to sugarcoat this, you guys. What is meant for you will absolutely be. You can't necessarily, you can try to push against it. You can try to control other people. You can try to manipulate circumstances all you want. But ultimately at the end, especially if you want to end up with something solid and something healthy and something balanced, it's going to be because both people choose it, not because one person's making it frickin' happen. Hell no. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to be with somebody that I got to make realize that they frickin' love me, make realize that they want me, or play games to get them or win them. Screw that. I want to be with somebody, which I am finally with a person where we both want each other equally. No games, no BS. Does it mean our marriage is perfect? No, it's definitely not. We do have our challenges. But the thing is, for once in my life, I was able to just be myself and be accepted. And same for me as well. And we both wanted each other at the same time, and we didn't need to make it happen. It just happened, and it felt very magical, and everything just came into alignment because it was the right time. Now, when Mr. Moon and I were younger, oh hell no, we were not in alignment. It took, 16 years for us to become in alignment. And so all that separation is what was necessary in order for us to learn and grow, in order for us to be ready for each other, which was in 2010 when we reconnected. So it was fated. It was always fated to be that way. It was a part of fate that we would not be together when we were younger, which is what Mr. Moon wanted, but I didn't want it. I was not ready for that. So I feel like Spirit is using my example of this, of our connection, our story, to kind of help you guys to see that not everything is meant to be right away. Sometimes things take time. And I lived my life. Let me tell you, I lived my life to the fullest when we were in separation. And Mr. Moon, I don't know if he lived his life to the fullest, but he certainly had other experiences. He had 2 kids, he had a family. He, was a grown up, bought a home, and, went on all kinds of vacations and did a lot of family stuff. Me, I was single, was not married, just did a lot of learning and growing throughout that period of time. But when we were ready, the stars aligned. And we came back together once again. So anyways, you guys, I hope that that's helping you guys kind of understand that things sometimes are just not in alignment right away. They're just not. Yes, sometimes you just got to walk away. You got to let somebody go. 8 of Cups. You got to let them walk away. Or you got to walk away. There's got to be this distance. If that ship is meant to come back, it will come back into your life. It absolutely will. But no amount of praying, no amount of working on yourself, no amount of affirmations, positive thinking, sending this person love and light, no amount of any of those things is going to make this person do what is against their will. And if their will is to find themselves, if their will is to stay away, if their will is to go in a different direction, we can't really change that. And the harder that we try, the more pain we're going to be in. Okay? So that is what we have so far for unfinished business. So what's unfinished, you guys, I feel is the reconnection. But I feel like that reconnection is meant to take place sometime in the future. But it's going to be when you're no longer worrying about it, or when you're no longer focused on it, or you're no longer basing your entire life on it. It's almost like when you just let go, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how easy that was. When I just let go and focused on other things, it's amazing how it just magically took care of itself. So anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and go into some more energies with this Oracle of the Mermaids. Wow. I feel like while the two of you guys are in separation, I got to tell you guys this too. And I know if you guys have been following me for a while, you guys already know a lot of the story between Mr. Moon and I. Mr. Moon had a dream about me. Okay. Now he was already in the separation. Well, no, that's not true. He was still with his wife, but they were, separating. Okay. He had this dream about me. And that's what caused him. He felt like when he woke up, he had this just overwhelming desire that he had to reach out to me. If he hadn't have done that, we wouldn't be together today. He followed that vision. He followed that advice from that dream, and he reached out. But it's interesting because even when he did reach out to me, we still didn't reconnect for, I think, a year. So it wasn't like immediately, I was still I was wrapping up an old relationship, and there were just things that weren't not completely in alignment at that time. But the initial instinct to do that came through. So anyways, you guys, it says psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, or out of body travel, which to me is like the astral plane. That would be your dream world. I feel like both people will be receiving information during the separation through visions and dreams. I also am getting too that a lot of unfinished business. So you guys could wake up and from a bad dream. I also have noticed that that's how unfinished business rolls out, or traumas. You guys are going to play some scenarios out in your dreams, and I feel like this person will as well. So something is actually happening here when we are just sleeping or maybe even meditating, or things are just kind of popping up for us as we're just doing our daily tasks. Embrace these things, because I feel like it is going to help cycle out any energy that does need to be cycled out. Okay. And we have divine sensuality. I do feel like you and this person, and I picked this up. What energy was this? It was that cocktail energy, intoxicated. It's just so magical, so divine, this energy. I do feel like you and this person, maybe not everyone has had a physical connection with this individual, but whatever the connection was, I feel it was very intense for both people. And so they do still visualize this encounter. People could also, during the separation, be connecting with each other in this very sensual way, through a vision, through a dream, dreaming about this person, fantasizing about this person. So to me, this is an energy that's very present during this separation, and it's still unfinished, because I feel like both people have this connection that is very intense and feels very magical. And they're not really able to duplicate that with other partners. And so I think it ultimately leads people to always have this person in the back of their mind. And so I feel like it goes both ways, you guys. Your person's also feeling this energy too. So whatever needs to be finished up, I feel people will ultimately be drawn back to one another because of this very magical energy. And the sacrifice card. So the sacrifice card comes up when people have had to sacrifice someone's heart. They've had to do things that maybe they didn't want to do. So I'm almost getting the words from someone, it's like, I don't really want to do this, but I have to. There's a song. What's the song? It's from the Cranberries. I Still Do. I'll try to remember to put that down. But that's what it is. It's like, I don't want to leave you even though I have to. That energy is here. Okay. Now, someone may have had to sacrifice this connection for another person. They may have needed to sacrifice someone for their job, a family, things like that. But I feel like this was very difficult for someone to just, let go of this, even though it might have felt easy. It might have seemed, I guess, easy for this person to just say, you know what? Yeah. You came on too strong. You came on too intense. I know I said all these things to you, but, I just feel like that's what this individual needed to do in order to pull away from this very intense connection. It's almost like they were getting sucked in. And I feel like some of you guys could have even heard that from that person, where they talked about how they just felt like they were getting sucked in and they just needed to pull away, So that's what we have for that. So let me go ahead and clarify with some tarot. So what's unfinished is that how it ended, how it went down. There's still memories of that. Somebody feels like the way that they acted, how abruptly they acted in this situation, it still bothers them. It's still with them. So even though maybe you're sitting there kind of scratching your head trying to figure out why you don't understand where it all went wrong, I do feel like what this person is left with, which is the unfinished business on their part, they're left with these feelings of how they ended things, or how maybe harsh they were with you, or how they went about this ending, if that resonates for you guys. This is the Mermaid Tarot. We have the 10 of Cups. I really feel like this person definitely was very happy with you. I feel like they actually envisioned what life would be like with you. And I feel like you guys probably both envisioned what life would be like together had you guys stayed together. Okay? Or what life would be like with this partner, with this person in this way. So I'm also getting, though, for some of you guys during this separation, if that's what you're going through, you might even be looking at people or each other online and seeing, what is making you happy, what is making this person happy, who they have around them. Are they with someone? Are they married now? What's going on in their present relationship? I feel like that's happening as well. A temperance energy. I definitely feel like this is a two-way street. Both people are feeling this divine sensual energy. They're both connected to to each other in this very erotic way, for sure. And I feel like also too, like if you guys can't be together for whatever reason, or there's just, people can't conjure up the communication or the words to communicate to each other, or maybe apologize or whatever's going on here, I feel like maybe just energetically the way that you guys are connecting could be very healing for the both of you. So I feel like you guys are connecting in this very sensual energy, but you're also connecting in your psychic thoughts, like telepathy, and also downloads, visions, and dreams. And I feel like it's very healing for the both of you guys to be in this state. And then we have the King of Wands. This is masculine energy here. So I do feel like the masculine in this situation sacrificed the feminine in some way, just did something, felt like he had to do it, didn't really want to deep down, but had to do it, and felt like he was just driven to do it, because the King of Wands is very driven, very motivated. Sometimes they can be very motivated by their career and their ambitions. So I do feel like some of you guys kind of got pushed to the wayside because of this masculine's goals in pursuit of a dream, etc. So what's unfinished, I feel, is the way he ended things with feminine. And that's something that probably still he carries to this day. It's a shadow. It's a heaviness. All right. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and continue with the last deck and see what else we need to know about this energy that is just still floating around between you and this person. This is called the Whispers of the Ocean deck. The Gift of Neutrality. Am I saying that right? I don't know why that doesn't sound right. Balance is at work in your life. See, there's something interesting here. Remember the Six of Pentacles? Very balanced. And then the Temperance card just came up. So there's a message here about both people going through something at the same time. Something very similar. So it says yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create that gift. So both of you guys are actually energetically walking together. Your energy is actually aligned, maybe not in the physical world, but there's some sort of an alignment happening somewhere. So whether it's in the dream world, whether it's in your visions, whether it's in some 5D energy somewhere, you guys are together. So this is actually two souls that are actually side by side somewhere else. Maybe not here, but they are together side by side somewhere else. Wow. Your visions, the visions that both of you have, you're actually together. It's a different reality. It's a different dimension. It is a different timeline I'm getting too. Wow, that's very out there and very cool. Anyways, let's go ahead and get a tarot card for this. Ooh, the Knight of Air. So it says intelligence, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed, taking time to carefully review your options and creative solutions. So the Knight of Air to me, you guys, is we're very much our mental space, and it's what we decide to do with those thoughts. Do we take these thoughts and turn them into action? What do we do with this? So I feel like both of you guys at this particular time are really thinking about what you want to do, what your next step is, what your move would be, what decisions that you would make, what kind of ideas that you have. But there can also be more of a energy that's based on logic rather than emotion. So maybe you guys right now are just kind of both accepting things for how they are. You're just kind of looking at things from a practical perspective instead of an emotional one. But I just feel like when you guys are spending time in your own energies on your own, you guys are really connecting to each other in a deep way, a very dreamy, very Neptunian way. It's very dreamy and just seductive, and I don't know, I just keep getting dreamy. You guys are both there thinking about it. So I feel like this is just Spirit's way of confirming for you that your person is actually thinking about you as well. Even if it doesn't seem like it, somewhere they are thinking about you too. Okay? We have 11. Persistent drive, sharks. It says, see what you desire and move towards that goal. That's it. See, this particular knight knows what he wants to do and goes towards that goal. It says it is time to zero in on your purpose. And it says use your intuition and instincts to guide you to the optimal outcome. So I feel like you guys are relying on not only your intellect, but you're also relying on your instincts to be your guide. You know, what is a shark? A shark is very aggressive. They use that, you know, as an example, you know, a card shark or a loan shark, or, you know, like a shark, like somebody who's just really aggressive to get what they need to get done, which is why I feel like they've used the sharks here in this picture. So I feel like both of you guys may want to communicate, may want to make a move towards one another, but there's something that's holding you guys back. We have the King of Earth. So the King, I almost feel like what Spirit's trying to tell us here, if you're a feminine watching this video, this masculine, because he's come up with the King of Wands as well, this masculine is considering this more than the feminine. Even though it says equal, I feel like this masculine is really considering a move in the 3D world, like as in on Earth, 3D. Okay? But I'm also getting that some of you guys may be partnered up with someone else. That's not for everyone. It's probably just for a small portion of you guys, but some of you guys are already partnered up. And so this masculine may know this and might really be thinking down to earth, as in, why would I come towards you if you're not available? So I feel like that is some energy for someone out there. I also feel like people are working on themselves in a way where they're trying to get stable with their lives. They're trying to get in a good position to where they actually have something to offer. Sometimes if people don't have anything to offer and they don't feel good about themselves, you know, where they're at in their lives or their world, they're not really going to feel motivated to want to make contact or to want to say, hey, let's go for this. If they don't really have a lot to offer, at least that's what they think. So this is also something that's happening right now in this energy field. Maybe somebody's trying to figure out what their purpose is, who they are, what they're meant to do. And there's that Sagittarius balance card again, which is the Temperance. So I feel like right now what's happening is that you guys are trying to kind of find your balance, here. And it says wait for perfect timing. Now, when we say wait, you're not going to put your life on hold. You're just going to still continue to move forward and do you. You're not going to wait for this individual to be complete in life. You still have your life to live as well. But this says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, waiting for perfect timing. I feel like this is just, again, telling us that something needs to balance out here in order for people to reconcile, come back together. Both people need to either do something or figure out something on their own before they can really move forward. And then we have resilience there. Okay, I like this. This is beautiful, actually. It says there's no need to rush or push. This is a time to take things as they come. Love this. You have the determination and patience, which is the balance energy here, to handle what is happening. So you can handle this. Remember, that came up with the Strength card, whoever's watching this video. You can handle this. You can do it. You can get through this. You are resilient. You are stronger than you realize. Okay? Once you stop needing this to happen, if that's how you feel, that's when I feel like it's actually gonna happen, or something else is gonna happen. Regardless, I feel like you are going to be stronger for this experience. And if anything, your resilience and strength to be independent and to focus on yourself is also in turn going to naturally allow this individual to see you in a light where maybe you're not rushing it, you don't need it, this and that. It might be more inviting to them to want to come back. And it's not like you're trying to do that to get this person back, but it is amazing the energy when it's just free flowing like that, how things start to flow to you when you're not needing it or focusing on it so much. So I feel like there's a tempering of energies back and forth going on here between you and your person. And you guys right now are working on a reconciliation, working on a reconnection. And it's just about allowing things to happen as they are supposed to. And you can handle it. You can become strong. You can do this. You signed up for this. This is like your assignment. You signed up for this. You can do it. You can ace this frickin' test, you know? So I love this. I want to go ahead and just do some final messages here to wrap up this reading when it comes to unfinished business. I feel like with that King of Earth and King of Wands, this masculine in this situation is still trying to figure out who he is in this life with his goals and his dreams. And that might be something that's going to, obviously take a little time. But perhaps once he balances that out, he might feel strong enough to be able to revisit this connection once again. So let's get some closing messages for you, the viewer, on this whole situation. Ooh, trust your vibes. I love it. Manta Ray. Trust your vibes. At the end of the day, you guys, that's absolutely what you have. Your vibes are also your thoughts. So pay attention to the thoughts that come to you suddenly. Don't discount things. Don't discount red flags. If some kind of sensation comes up within you, trust that. Lean into it. Feel it. Pay attention to it. Because I feel like this is really going to be your guide on this journey with or without this person. There it is. Oh my gosh. So we have Resilient and Resilience from two totally different decks. This is Spirit's way of confirming for you that you are a badass, that you are resilient, that you have become stronger because of this situation. And you're going to come out in the end, whatever this outcome is, looking stronger and sweeter than ever before. And like I said, you guys, some of you could even get to a point where you're like, I don't even really need this or want this in my life. I'm actually good carrying on my own with or without this person. That's the beautiful thing about experiences with people, is sometimes they're just meant to be a teacher for you to show you what you either are looking for or maybe not looking for, right? So always be open on your journey. Spellbound. There's actually a song from Susie and the Banshees called Spellbound. I can't remember the lyrics, like what the song's about, but I'll try to remember to put that one down too, because I think that I mentioned a couple of other songs that I can't even remember now because oh God, I have such a hard time concentrating sometimes. I'll try to remember to put those messages down. But anyways, all right. Spellbound. So what is this saying to us? I feel like you guys, if you really focus on this, you're going to bind yourself. If you can't concentrate on anything else, or you continuously kind of drink the Kool-Aid of, oh God, this is the most magical thing. I feel the most amazing with this person. I've never felt anything more magical in my life. That's a beautiful gift, yes, but you're not meant to become drunk in it every day. You're not meant to bathe in this energy every single day. You're not meant to exist only for this person or this connection or this energy. You're meant to do something with it. So don't forget that, okay? Make whatever's happening here work for you. Take advantage of it. Let it inspire you. Let it do something amazing to your life. Don't let it bind you and keep you on the ocean floor, hugging yourself, rocking yourself back and forth. Don't let it do that to you. Let it enlighten you. Let it inspire you to be just something amazing in this life. Give time out. Rowboat. So if that means that you need to disconnect a little, take a time out, take a break, whatever the situation is, or be okay with this time out that maybe you and your person are currently going through, then that's what you need to do. It's just a part of the journey. Nothing is forever, The way that you feel right now will not be the way that you feel probably 10 years from now. Might not even be the way that you feel tomorrow. For some of us, where it's just like one emotion or one day to the next, you just never know what the hell is going to be happening. Yeah. And we have relationship goals. I think at the end of the day, you guys, this is actually helping you to kind of figure out what you want. But guess what? Guess what the most important relationship is of your life? It's the one that you have with yourself. If you can't get that shit right, ain't nothing gonna work in your life. And it's not about being in perfect unity and in perfect alignment. There's no such thing as perfect, all right? We're going to die trying to be perfect. But if you're not in a good, healthy relationship with yourself, you're not able to spend time with yourself, you're not able to do things for yourself, then how the hell do you expect anybody else to be in a relationship with you and feel good about that if you don't feel good about the relationship you have with yourself? So I feel like what this is telling you at the very end, you guys, is whatever, separation or little blip right now that you guys are on, or have a little time out with this person where maybe you're taking a break, whatever's happening here, use this time wisely. Utilize this energy to your advantage. Don't spend your time being spellbound, drowning. Spend your time figuring out how you're going to have the best relationship that you possibly can with yourself. I'm going to share this with you guys because I just feel like it, because a lot of my own stuff comes through my readings, and people that actually say that as in, oh my gosh, that's just a horrible thing or whatever. The way that I look at it is the spirit uses the reader sometimes with what they're going through to help other people who might be going through the same thing, which is why I interject a lot of my own stories, okay? And I don't get readings from other people. I really don't. There's one reading I got at the very beginning of the year, and it was fantastic, but it's not something that I do really at all on a regular basis. So when I do these readings, they're also for me as well. It helps me to kind of realign my thinking. I'm a part of this collective too. Why do I have to be on the outside when I'm doing a reading, right? So anyways, my point is this. The point is I feel like when it comes to with what happened to me, where things just kind of shifted and changed or whatever in my life, a lot of decisions that I made were executed very poorly, so there's a lot of responsibility that I need to take in a lot of the shifts and changes that have transpired in my life, no doubt about that. But, when things changed for me, I had to make some changes in my life. Now my daughter and I have always been very close. And I had her when I was 17 when I got pregnant. And I was more of a friend to her than a mom. So we had very blurred lines of just boundaries, very blurred boundaries throughout the years. And just a lot of unhealthy codependent dynamics as well, where, I really felt like she was she is an extension of me, but in a way it became a little unhealthy and in a way kind of narcissistic. Like, this is my daughter. This is, she's my property. And it's not really what I was thinking, but gosh, when I break down the energy, another person could have looked at that and said, oh God, that's just like, your mom's so controlling. I just think that I tried to do things for my daughter that I either didn't have done for me. And so I went overboard, and I just went so overboard that I actually regressed her life and her independence and struggling and having consequences. At the time it seemed like I was doing her so many freaking favors, but it kind of came to bite me back, because in the end, it was like, wow, Mom, like, I really feel like, you haven't really let me live my life. I feel like you're trying to control me. I feel like nothing's ever good enough, kind of thing. And it was just like, whoa, how the hell? Like, you're trying to wrap your head around that. I did so much for you. How could you abandon me? And how could you? It's just all these crazy things that I had to go through. And I'm still somewhat going through these things, but I'm starting to realize that, man, I really just, instead of investing in myself, I was so invested in everyone else, so invested in giving advice and doing for other people, that the relationship that was suffering was me. That's the point. And who I am as a person, and a lot of things about me, it has created a lot of turmoil in other relationships. because I was projecting a lot of my needs. I was projecting myself onto those, whether friendships or family relationships, even intimate relationships, making everything about me, right? Just making everything that this person said or did, making it all about myself. Man, what a hell. What a personal, hellish feeling. Taking every single thing that every person says or does personally and making it about you. And it doesn't mean that sometimes people don't do things and they are about you. That's the ugly truth. Sometimes it is about you. Sometimes people don't like you or want to stay away from you because it is you, We're not going to pretend that it's always everyone else. But, most of the time, people are just going through their own stuff. What this person, reason I'm bringing it up here, what this person is going through, you guys, most of it's about them. It's not about you. So the longer that you stay kind of held in this captivity of this, I'm not good enough, or if I had just done this, or if I had just done that, then this person would love me. So many of those things come from our traumas, from our past, wherever it was created. And I know where a lot of my crap was created, just this feeling of not feeling good enough, feeling abandoned, do anything not to be abandoned. Just crazy. Sell myself, sell my soul to the devil just to not be abandoned. And, we start acting crazy and we start bargaining and doing certain things and acting in certain ways just to make it to where things don't have to change. So we don't have to lose that person that probably is toxic as hell in our life, but we'll do anything just to keep things the same. So I guess what I'm trying to share at the very end, you guys, is that the relationship that we have with ourselves is everything. It sets the tone for everything in our lives. And if we're not stable, and if we have all kinds of traumas and issues and freaking stories and just like narratives spinning in our head, we are going to create dysfunction in every single relationship that we come across, whether it's a working environment, whether it's friendships, connections with family or romantic intimate partners, or even relationships with our kids. So we're going to infuse all of those relationships with our crap. And until we feel better about us, or maybe do the work with ourselves, we're going to continue to have those challenges. So anyways, you guys, and it's not to say that, if we're just perfect, that we're not going to experience challenges. You're still going to cross paths with people that aren't right for you, that aren't on your same vibration. So you're just going to have to excuse those and say, yep, not for me. I'm not going down that road before. I'm not interested. You know what I mean? But that it's nice though, because when you feel that way and you get to pick and choose who you want to spend time with, you don't feel like you're at the mercy of having to accept crap from people, because you're no longer making excuses. You're actually in a good, healthy place with yourself. You're going to start making better choices with people. You're not going to have as many things that you're going through constantly with people, because you aren't even participating with those same types of people. You're no longer attracting losers. And if you are, you're not participating with those losers anymore. You're not participating with commitment phobes or liars or narcissists or whatever, because you're in a better spot with you. So anyways, I'm going to stop on that little tangent. And I just wanted to say thank you guys. I hope you resonated with something that came through this week's reading. And if not, there's always other readings. I know that I had said last week that I was going to do a reading with, meeting a new person and why you've met this new person and what they feel or think about you. I will do that this week. A lot of things that I do are energetically based. I sat down to do that reading on Friday, and it just did not feel right for me. So I was about maybe 15 minutes in, and I'm just like, I don't know. There's just something about this that's just feeling really off for me energy wise. And so I hit, delete, and I just was like, I'm going to revisit this next week, which would be this week. So I will bring that this week to the channel for those of you guys that have met someone new and are interested and just kind of want to know, why did you meet this person? So I feel like I will be ready to do that this week. Just want to let you know. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope you guys continue to have a great week. And yeah, if you guys like this, enjoyed this, definitely make sure that you're subscribed, because YouTube loves to unsubscribe people. I don't know why. It just happens. And also maybe give it a thumbs up, or leave a heart or a happy face, or maybe even just your comment in the comment section, because all of those things definitely help my channel. And if you guys want your own personalized version of any kind of soul connection reading, my shop, I will list that down below, and you guys can kind of pick and choose between 15 or 30-minute readings to see what resonates for you guys. And right now I'm booked about 2 to 3 weeks out. So that's kind of where things are for me. All right, you guys, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.